What the juck is, everybody? Gender here, back at it with another Ctene Boss Mule showcase. This time we'll be spotlighting the Ren at that 46.4k HEXA mark. Let's dive into it. So my Ren's a little strong to be having any reasonable levels of showcase, especially with such an invested HEXA system. So we have to de-gear this thing quite a bit. We're going from this fancy equips to this. So had to drop the glove, had to drop the heart, the emblem, the pendant, face eye, 2 rings, and then I even had to drop my sacred power. I had to drop I think all these are gone. All the ones with hands, I had to take them all off. That's what we're playing with. So the Ren's sitting at just shy of 80 mil CP in this showcase, but it should fairly, give or take, roughly align with everything else that I've been running within this series. Alright, so let's just dive into Ren. Alright, got the VOD pulled up and we can get at it. Alright, go to 3x for now as we prep up some buffs, and I guess I'll just yap about Ren. So, Ren being the newest class, basically changed the game for the better. It's extremely fluid to play. Look, having played such a unique class as myself, playing Blaster, even playing Adele, to an extent even Hayato back when before its release, before its rework. There we go, I can speak. It was okay. We have a cheeky little restart. That's right. I realized I have trace missions on this, so there'll be some time lost here as I disable that every single time. But I can pull up its times here up in a second. But yeah, so Ren has basically changed the game for the better. It is the reason why the balance changes happened. Why everything is now much smoother and faster, because Ren is just that smooth to play. Not only are you able to hold down a hurricane and just flash jump with it, there's absolute freedom. Not absolute freedom, but you get a pretty good sense of freedom. You can up jump, you can flash jump, but you can't use its dash while holding the hurricane. So it's you don't get everything, but you get some stuff. All right, so let's actually slow this down a bit. So we're 2 bursts in, and we're nearly halfway through Killer. So Ren works. It's roughly, I want to say, 55% burst, 45% DPM. It's pretty even split, but its burst feels really good to use. Your burst is done within 10 seconds, so you could easily get it off within a bind, and you're not beholden to a raw 5. A raw 5 is helpful to get that cheeky second wish off, or one last wish off during the raw. It's not absolutely needed. The class definitely loves a cooldown reduction hat because of Wish. This is the skill that I use every 20 seconds. Well, 15 seconds, since I think I have a -1 at the moment. And with a 5% merc that needs to be brought up to a 2 level 250 Legion block. But yeah, Ren it's great. You have a on-demand TP. Sure, it's a fixed distance, and it changes. I currently have the forward, or the forward dash, the forward blink on D, and then I've got the back dash on end. Basically, D's on my left hand and ends on my right hand, so I know which way I really want to go, since Maple's a 2D game. It's kind of helped me get better at wanting to know which direction I need to go, so I don't actually go the wrong way, which it's ultimately helped me a lot more. The class is a fairly straightforward playstyle where you burst, and then every 20 seconds or 15 seconds, you're sending out Wish. You just hold it down to set them all out, and then I think it's every 4th Wish. I think you can do, look, at the 1 minute burst, you're really just throwing at your giant sickle thing, ball, and then you're dishing out another Wish on with AB Link. Alright, so that was the a high roll and get a sauce that is fantastic, but I can't top it up with a raw 4. But I'll take the sauce. That's really good. Very excited about that, because you really only need 1 sauce. and he just instantly made that 21 stars. All right, I lied. I don't have the times, but they will be in the description, along with all the other times all the other Ctene Blast Mules took at this spec. But it's like, what, 7 minutes? So you can see the Origin burst did about 20% against Darknail. I do have the level bonus against Darknail. I think only the Kana didn't. Every class that I've been showcasing does have the Darknail bonus. What am I talking about? You just have to be 270 to get max damage against Darknail. Ignore me. Alright, so yeah, as for mobility, Ren has, not only does it have the TP back and forth, but it has an interesting hybrid, one part flash jump, or it's called a bunny hop. Well, everyone calls it a bunny hop. Got it here bound to 5. I wonder if I show it off anytime soon. But it gives you a really good sense of movement up in the air, because you can like TP up, or you can up jump, and then you can use this as like a second like flash jump in the air, which is kind of nice. Or you can chain it with a flash jump to do a little double jump in the air, which is great. Triple jump, I should say. And if you hold it, you kind of like hop in place in the air. Gives you a few extra seconds of like air stall. So it's fantastic air stall. That combined with blink, and you can like whatever you need to dodge on the ground, you can easily dodge it. It also has, I think, 70-second iframe. Am I on my Ren? I don't know that the cooldown of its on-demand iframe, but it's not like the crazy ones that are like a 30-second cooldown. Like Hido is even crazy. It's like a 17-second cooldown. But yeah, I was right. It's not that 70-second cooldown, which goes down to like just shy of a minute with cooldown reduction. So it's not too bad. And of course, you have the ascents. Ren has a 3-part ascent. All of them give you a cheeky little iframe. Though if you have high ping, or it just may just be me being built diff, I have a small delay on my ascents, so I can't really use it as like a panic button block. I usually just use it for damage. Sometimes if I vibe with it, or I can do it in time, I will try and use it as an iframe. But yeah, you have 3 to play with. The first one goes on, I don't know the actual cooldown between uses. Does it tell me? Reading's difficult. No, it doesn't tell me. You have a small time window to be able to use it. Anyway, that's Darknail done. That took about, what, 6 minutes? It's decent so far. It's no Hido pace, but I don't think anything will be Hido pace. Ren does still sit in the middle of the pack and makes up for her like lack of damage compared to like the big wigs with just how fluid it is to play the class. So it would actually, I will be doing Gloom a lot faster than the others, just because this one has a level 9 ascent. That kind of pulls it apart off its hex level, so it should balance out. It should. Ren also has a class store, which is always handy. You can pop the 2 mil potion, this little guy there, and then you've also got the door. The door is like somewhat annoying to use in multi-phase bosses, because it will disappear when you a boss changes phases. Like in Will, it will disappear. In Seren, I think when Seren changes to each different sun mode, it will change. But yeah, highly recommend making a Ren as a Ctene boss mill. It is very, very soothing to play it, because it just feels good. Definitely has potential, even though it's like the strongest class, definitely has potential to be like a Legion champion, like a candidate for a Legion champion. I personally am maining it as I flob a test or a laser. Could have iframed. I think I died twice there. I lost door, and I lost I lost my class door, then I lost a life in one laser beam. I did something crazy. Maybe I lost 3 lives in a row. I'm not gonna check. Alright, what else can I have about Ren? It has a class summon that is crazy good. Really easy to train with. And mind you, there's with how many people have made Rens from last Challenger World, like you're most likely bound to already have one. Like they're that good. They're that popular. We speed this up. So I've blitzed through my talking points. Look, I'll make something up. I'll figure out something to talk about. So the ball is on a 30-second cooldown while you're... I think mine's on a 30-second cooldown. I think it's base 30 seconds. Should actually check this out. I think it's like every second wish you get a ball. And you just throw it out, it does damage. It does. The ball does have 2 modes, training and bossing. But it is somewhat annoying having to switch between each whenever you do bossing, whenever you do the other one. That was like what, a 6-minute and 20-second bloom? Look, I have the times in the description like, to get the exact ones and how it compares. I will say Ren does really well against Will. You have enough damage to like DPM him during each segment, so you aren't beholden to like, oh, I've used all my burst. No, you still have some juice. Not only is the Hurricane does decent damage, but then whenever Wish is up, you have that small like mini nuke very so often. Yeah, it is about every 2 wishes you get a ball. It's like Rituous Art. Oh, these names. It is called Riotous Heart. I think Riotous Heart's the damage one. No, that's the trading one. You want Hearts United. Third Plum Blossom Sword Hearts United. These names are insane. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about Ren's other survivability. She has a small amount of lifesteal, which is just absolutely nuts. Nowhere near as goated as Hayato. Do I have the exact values of like how much lifesteal she gets? It's enough to somewhat ignore chip damage. And then you combine that with her Link skill, which gives her, what, 6% damage reduction against everything, which is just fantastic. So, yeah, she has really good anti-chip damage in her kit. As we blitz through Will. Look at that. Very simple, nice, clean burst. And then we just punch through and kill it. Like, Will was light work. Did absolutely nothing. Also, I am trying to find how much lifesteal she gets. I honestly should know this off by heart. Do the same tech as the other Ctene runs where we save Origin for phase 2. Just because Lucid is very roams around quite a bit and is hard to pin down, which is very annoying. I'm also still trying to find out this lifesteal. Like, I swear she does get it. Look, he's gonna trust me. Alright, here comes the Origin Burst. Nice and fat. Not quite enough to punch through and get into test, but I am saving a cent to get through phase 3. And then throwing lives like they mean something in a fight that's I'm this trivialized. Yeah, between Wish and your Ascents, yeah, phase 3 is easy peasy. All right. Slime. Now, I do believe Slime has a mechanic where you do 1 damage to him when he's in the groggy state. So it's somewhat wise to save Origin during then. But here I am. I need to line these characters with all the other ones, just so it's somewhat fair. We Origin straight off the cuff. And I think there's enough juice to maybe do this within 2 tests. The 3 bursts total. I also show off the blink tech where anytime you're below doing the doors, you can just blink and it'll immediately take you up to the top. I might have enough juice. I have a sense up. I have all these sense up. Why am I not using them? Surely. Looks like I completely forgot about them. I nearly just left the arena. And now it's Slime's healing. Now I remember. Oh, what an int. Alright, so yes. A run of the spec can easily do a 2 test Slime. And if only I remember to use a sense earlier. And then now it's dead. That was like a 8 minutes. Slime could have been 7 minutes. Yeah, pointless limit testing. All right, we're basically done now. We're going to blitz through the baby bosses. Not quite enough damage to punch through Damien phase 1, so we have to chip him into phase 2. But with all the ascents, enough to fix him up. And yeah, mind you, I have to go and do all these bosses again with trace points on. Look, the things I do, okay? The things I do to show off great content. I managed to get through Lotus. Well, we sent through the Origin, and that's enough to... Okay, Lotus was very quick. That was very... Only got the sauce from drops. Nothing too crazy happened. Still hunting for that Raw 4 and looking forward to a rental system coming back so I can get a Raw 4 back. We're coming into a close as we blitz through these final bosses. I think we ended up at like a 51 minutes. I think it was just under the Adele, so faster than the Adele, which is good. But then again, it's hard to say just how accurate Hexa is, or the Hexa converted is in comparison. Alright, so all bosses. Oh, still got Magnus. Let's sack him first. Throw me off. Alright, there we go. Selling the crystals. Popping in the flames, and it's a 50-minute, 31-second run. Could have been sub 50 if I didn't flob the slime run. But yes, Ren is a very good boss meal. Definitely make one if you haven't already. Great main, great laser champion, and it's even a great Ctene meal. Look, it's great all over the place. Fantastic character. And we can sign this off. We're going back up here. But yes, that is the Ren showcase. As always, thank you all for watching. And don't forget, have a juck and good day. Catch you all in the next one.